It was completely silent inside the house. No TV. No footsteps. No voice calling his name. Just a dog, sitting perfectly still beside a man who would never wake up again. And the most heartbreaking part, the dog already knew, before anyone else did. The dog knew his owner was gone, and he refused to leave him. Not for food, not for strangers, not even for help. The neighbors had noticed something was wrong. The old man hadn't been seen for 2 days. His lights stayed off. His mailbox was full. And there was one thing that made them uneasy. His dog. The dog hadn't barked, hadn't moved. He was just sitting by the door, staring inside, as if guarding something precious. When the rescue team arrived, they expected a routine welfare check. What they walked into broke their hearts forever. As soon as the door opened, the dog ran inside, straight to the living room, and sat beside his owner's body. The man had passed away quietly in his sleep. No signs of struggle, no sound. Just gone. But the dog had stayed there the entire time. He hadn't touched his food. He hadn't gone outside. He hadn't rested. He had chosen loyalty over survival. The rescue team gently tried to pull him away, but the dog growled softly, not in anger, but in fear. Fear of losing the only human he had ever trusted. If stories like this move you even a little, take a second to like this video and subscribe to Logic Unlocked. It helps us share more real stories that remind us what loyalty truly means. The dog's name was Max. He had been with the old man for almost 9 years. They had rescued each other, really. The man had lost his wife long ago. His children lived far away and rarely called. Max was his routine, his reason to wake up, his reason to walk, his reason to smile. Every morning, they took the same slow walk around the block. Every evening, Max waited by the door until his owner came home. And that final night, Max waited too. The rescue team knelt beside the dog. One of them whispered softly, telling him everything would be okay. But Max didn't understand words. He understood presence, and the presence he loved was gone. When they finally lifted the man's body, Max cried. Not a bark, not a howl, just a quiet, broken whimper that filled the entire room. Grown men on the rescue team had to turn away. Max followed the stretcher all the way to the door. When it crossed the threshold, he stopped. He sat down. He waited, as if his owner would come back inside any second and say his name. But that moment never came. At the shelter, Max refused to eat. He ignored other dogs. He slept, curled into himself, staring at the door. Days passed. Volunteers tried everything. Toys, treats, gentle voices. Nothing worked. Max wasn't being difficult. He was grieving. He was loyal in a way most humans never understand. One volunteer decided to sit with him every night after closing. She didn't force him to do anything. She just sat quietly. Sometimes she talked about her day. Sometimes she said nothing. Slowly, Max moved closer. Slowly, he rested his head near her feet. Loyalty doesn't disappear. It just waits for safety again. Weeks later, Max finally wagged his tail, just once. Small, almost invisible. But it was hope. The shelter shared his story online, and people from all over started commenting. They cried. They shared. They remembered loved ones they had lost. Max reminded them that love doesn't end when life does. Eventually, Max was adopted by an older couple who understood grief. They didn't try to replace his past. They honored it. They kept his owner's photo by his bed. They let him take his time. And every night, Max slept peacefully again. Before you go, comment below if you believe dogs love deeper than humans, and share this story with someone who needs a reminder of what true loyalty looks like. Stories like Max's deserve to be remembered. This is Logic Unlocked, where real stories unlock real emotions. And if this story made you feel something, then Max did his job one last time.